Hello, fellow YouTubers. LEGO EWC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old. And today, I'm reacting to the Hasbro Fan First Friday on February 4th, 2022. I'm anticipating and dreading this event as always. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to show, but I'm also worried about, being able to afford it all. So we'll have to see. This may not be a super big event. Okay, let's see. So where is it? It's not in my feed. There we go.
Take us through some franchise updates, and then we will be back with some toy reveals after we learn all this fun stuff.
All right, thanks so much, Ben. Let's dive into it. So last time you saw us, we talked a little bit about our upcoming gaming titles, and today,
okay, we're gonna be talking for a little while. I got Rodimus to play with though while I'm waiting, so.
VR experience is now officially coming to PlayStation VR and Steam VR on March 31st. Woo! Get hyped! So let's look at just steps.
Yeah, a game I probably won't be playing.
In this fast-paced, thrilling arcade-style first-person VR shooter that will compete against epic Decepticons like, of course, Megatron and Shockwave and Starscream and Soundwave. But don't worry, you will have your own Cybertronian Terran armor hybrid system and weaponry along with heroic Autobots at your side. So this is actually the third Transformers VR title from our developers Metaphor Interactive, but the very first ever at-home experience. Today, we've got a special feature to share with you all, so let's take a look.
Okay, that is pretty rad, I'll admit.
Impressive tactics, but they won't save you.
Might be okay, I don't know.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited for that one. I can't wait. And March is just around the corner, so it will be here before you know it. Now, speaking of March,
Show me Transformers toys.
I invite you now to join us for another epic battle in Top War Battle Game, a PvP faction war style and innovative strategy game from our friends over at Top War Studios. So in this exciting second crossover event, the Transformers bots and their Top War allies will continue their fight. But this time, Autobots and Decepticons must form a temporary alliance and join players from around the world to take down an ancient foe. And truly,
Yeah, I don't play this game.
they have ever faced. To help with the fight, we're going to have some new Transformers bots such as RC, Sound.
Why are people even surprised?
Blaster.
Hasbro's
These
been
guys are gonna
usually
join
slow.
Prime, Megatron, and the factions of Top War to add some much.
By the way, if you look back here, this is a sneak peek for the next video that I'm working on.
To help save the Top War universe.
One of the next videos.
Let's go and join us for the Transformers meets Top War Darkness Falls crossover event this March. Now, for a slight change of pace, let's head on over to the world of comics. We have the fifth and final issue of Transformers King Grimlock, and it is now on sale. This epic conclusion will have Grimlock facing off against his greatest opponent yet, the sun god of Minonia, Soltron. But first, he'll have to get past Soltron's newest acolyte, Grimlock's own former student, Arco. It is the battle, not just for the kingdom, but for the entire world. I don't know about you guys, but seeing these sneak peek previews makes me just It's going to be amazing. So be sure to go check out online, in store, wherever you get your comics. King Grimlock, issue number 5, now on sale.
Give me toys.
All right, so from lasts, now we're going to go to some firsts. Get ready for issue number 1 of Transformers War's End. In this series, the threefold spark has returned, and no.
Okay, I mean, I'll give some respect. These are going to be some of IDW's last Transformers comics.
Single-handedly started Cybertron's last war, walks among the living again. Reunited with his former generals, Shockwave and Skywarp, he seeks to once more conquer Cybertron. But there may be hope. If Cyclonus can convince Megatron to work with Autobots. This is the can't-miss companion to the Transformers ongoing series, and this will be on sale February 23rd. Now, for those of you who missed it, or perhaps you were waiting for this very moment, I am here to tell you that Transformers Shattered Glass trade paperback will go on sale this summer, July 26th. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar, in this dark reflection of the
Hi, Halloween Kid 19.
where the humans
Joe?
once knew are now monstrously evil.
Like G.I. Joe
And
or
the heroic Decepticons battle the evil forces of the Autobots in a twisted tale by Danny Lore and our most recent Hall of Fame inductee, Leo Greedy. And it is so more than meets the eye. So if you're like me and like to have your individual issues kept nice and shiny, but still want to read and reread the series, keep your eyes out for our trade paperback.
I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Something worse?
Okay. I'm going to wind things down on my end a little bit. And I want to tell you guys a bit about one of our new partners. Calm is the leading mental wellness brand with the #1 app for sleep, meditation, and relaxation. Now, Calm is coming together with us here at Transformers to create a sleep story narrated by none other than the iconic and beloved Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime. Titled History of the Transformers, Optimus Prime.
Okay, this is cool. Peter Cullen deserves this. We already know about it.
So you can experience this sleep story exclusively on the Calm app today. I'm so excited for this, but before I hand it back over to the guys, let's have a listen to a special preview we were able to secure of our very own Peter Cullen narrating as Optimus Prime on Calm.
It's a season I'm mixed on. I think the first half, some of the episodes are just flat out terrible, like some of the probably the worst episodes ever, but there's some good action scenes. I like the second half, though. I think the second half is pretty good. Not Ninjago's best, but I think it's still an improvement over the first half.
That we have this time together. My allies and I are grateful to you for allowing us to rest outside your hall. Not every human is so welcoming to life forms from a distant world. We feel fortunate to meet you. You are a generous person and a good friend. I just realized I have not yet properly introduced myself. My name is Optimus Prime.
All right. So
Okay, yeah, I'm going to listen to that tonight. No, not really, but
Gaming, we covered comics, we covered the comics where we get put to sleep by Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime, which we're never going to hear the end of. Gonna definitely get in line for a PSVR 2 now so we can play some virtual reality. I don't know about everybody else, but those are some really interesting things to hear coming for all Transformers.
Yeah, I'm so excited, you guys. I agree, Ben. I don't think any of us are ever going to get to the end of the Calm app sleep story. It's just going to remain a mystery. Who knows? But yeah, there's so much going on in the Transformers universe. I really can't wait for everybody to experience all of this. And the VR game, oh my god. Just imagining being able to see the bots to scale in real life is going to be way cool. I mean, just they're massive beings. So I think that's going to be a super cool experience. And tons going on with the comics, so many different series, more digital gaming integrations. I mean, we had so much fun with Top War last time, so this is going to be a fantastic second run. But yeah, thanks so much, you guys, for letting me crash the party.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right, toys now.
Yeah, we're gonna roll into this again. 14 reveals we have going on today.
Oh.
Right. Again, I'm gonna say it. 14. So thanks again to Isabella for taking us through all of those franchises.
14.
We're gonna roll right into it. We're gonna get these 14 products kicked right off. Coming
not
up
ready for
first,
this.
we are going to go into
All right.
Wave 2 of our Studio Series line. The first character we have for you, you actually are all already aware of. We revealed her back in December.
RC.
Coming
It's RC.
to us is Bumblebee Movie
Yep.
RC.
Called it. I knew
You
it.
can see her here in her alt mode.
Just now.
And then in the next picture, we will see her in her bot mode.
That looks amazing. I'm getting that without a
And
doubt.
to go into a little more detail, we're going to have Sam take you all through the character, which he did back at that press visit that we held.
All right, so kicking off Studio Series EF6 RC, we were really excited to get the opportunity to give a sneak peek look at this character this past December, but now that we're doing the official reveal, it's great to get some of those final shots. This is RC as you see her in the opening sequence of Transformers Movie 6, the Bumblebee movie, which is very influenced by her G1 design. It's a great new look for the character. As we hop to the robot image of the character, you can see that.
So I did a poll. It might be all the above.
able to be
The 14 reveals.
truly translated as we see her in the film, which is fully developed from the ILM movie CAD. But something that we were really put in a unique predicament with these characters was being able to develop them without actually having vehicle modes for the film. So it gave us a little bit of creative freedom to go back and really kind of go to some of the heritage of some of these characters. For RC, we chose to go with this really, really cool Cybertronian motorcycle look. Again, I don't think we had to sacrifice really too much of her bot form in order to make it.
No. Did a good
Another
job.
really nice element of the character.
I respect the people who made these.
Was actually being able to have the heels of the bot form be able to turn over, so you can actually
Yes.
put her grounded on her wheel feet. Which will
Yes, you hear that, Legacy RC?
which does some really nice dynamic posing and does actually allow the wheels themselves to roll along. Of course, from an accessory standpoint, she's equipped with her dual pistols that we see her wielding in the film there.
Yeah, that thing looks sick.
Super excited to finally get her into the line.
I'm so getting that. That's going to be amazing.
I think this of the Cybertronian characters that we were able to do, this one is definitely up there, at least with the deluxe scale for me.
She's pretty awesome. So, sticking with Bumblebee movie characters, we have another reveal for you here in Wave 2. We have Ironhide shown
Yes!
here in his bot mode. You can see Black
Gimme!
with bright red color. Just keep building out that first Bumblebee movie scene. The next image here, we have him in his alt mode.
We all knew this was coming. That looks amazing.
Beautiful little
I need it.
accent on the side really stands out. It looks great. Sam, you going to take us through everything that's going on here?
Absolutely. So something that we really liked when we saw these characters being utilized in the film was just the commonality of the body that we saw between Ratchet, Ironhide, as well as a handful of the Autobot grunts as they made their way across the Cybertronian battlefield. What's really nice about this character is, again, the ability to really define it completely differently from Ratchet.
I need that.
Great new portrait that we have, again, pulled directly from the film's CAD. And again, translated over into...
Okay, so I'm already at about 40 or 50 bucks.
As C-Mac was mentioning, for the vehicle form, we tried to give a little bit of homage to the original livery on Ironhide's vehicle forms. We got that yellow stripe in there. And then, again, really just off the red, really find that palette to work quite well. It does kind of differentiate itself pretty nicely from our previous Ratchet release.
They both look awesome. Like, getting to build out this scene where you guys are just crushing it with these Bumblebee movie characters.
Still got to get that stupid cliff
It's definitely
jumper.
a good continuation of what we showed you for Wave 1, where we're going with Wave 2.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. These are great. Glad we got to do them. Yeah, you got to make some really
We have
fun,
an
fun
absolute
forms.
blast of these. From a design standpoint, these are so much fun to do just because, again, we have parameters that are generally predefined for us in terms of this is robot, this is vehicle, make a transformation that works between the two. But for these, with having so much of that unknown, we're really able to take the attributes of the character that we do see on screen, find a way that we can translate them and create an all-new vehicle form that's really kind of appropriate for how we would see this character on Cybertron.
Yeah. These things look great.
Excited to do
Just
more.
a lot of fun. Oh, wait, is that a little hint, little Easter egg? There's going to be more Bumblebee characters?
No, it wasn't an Easter egg or a
Okay.
hint. Take nothing from that. Continue on. We have a lot of reveals to get through.
Oh, sorry. All right, so we're going to shift gears in Studio Series. As you know, last year we introduced the 86 movie characters. So we're continuing on with that again here in Wave 2. Coming up first, we have our Voyagers
Junkyard.
That's new for this wave, which is Junkyard. You can see him
We already knew about
in
this.
bot form, and then you can see him in motorcycle mode in his alt form in the next picture. Just to note, both of these are digital renders from our pack. Our physical final samples are currently on a boat on their way to us, so we have not been able to take a photo yet. So Evan has some FEPs in hand that he's going to show to you, and
I
already
have
begin a lot
one
of praise
sample
about how
in color.
awesome
I'll get this if I can.
this guy,
That looks pretty cool.
came out. So, Evan, let's show him what's up.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to talk about this guy and bring in Junkyard. So obviously he is a partial of our 86 Wreck Guard, so you can kind of see that they share legs and some other parts like there. But we were able to give him a new chest, new
Oh,
arms,
so worried about it being
his side
sludge.
panels, which I'm sure there's some 86 purists that are like, he didn't have those side panels in the movie, and it's like, well, he kind of did. His model sheet had them, and then when he transforms into a motorcycle, they suddenly appear. And so it's just like, okay, we're putting him in. He has to have them. Yeah, so definitely worked on this guy with Kunihiro-san because he worked on the original Wreck Guard. So when we pitched this off, it was like, hey, we had put Junkyard's head in Wreck Guard's mold because we knew that eventually it's like, okay, maybe we can use this down the line. But when we were budgeting out our tooling for 2022, we had enough left over to like do a tiny partial, which is not something we normally can do in Studio Series because obviously the forms are so specific, especially if you're talking about Michael Bay stuff. But it's like, oh my god, I can actually make Junkyard look like Junkyard. And yeah, so it was just super exciting.
You like absolutely crushed it with this guy. Like we're all loving him. All of us, like when we got to see him, we all geeked out. Like from EP1 stage all the way to the FEP, like every step was just awesome to look at this guy.
Speaking of EP1, which is the only other sample that we have in-house, which is why it's gray, here's his motorcycle mode. So yeah, I only had one sample in color, so I'm showing that off in robot mode. And here is his motorcycle mode. So you can kind of see like how different it is. But yeah.
So what you said that was an EP1?
Behind the curtain.
What you said that was an EP1, Engineering Pilot 1?
Yep, this was an EP1, and then the color one was an FEP. So, and then as Ben said, the real samples are on a boat. So, shipping
They're on
delays
their
and all
way.
that fun stuff.
They're showing up. Yeah, they're showing up someday, and we'll get some real photos out there for before the pre-order. But we're just waiting for them.
But yeah, so
they got a cool box.
this is this is 86 number 14. So I just wanted to bring that up because we should talk about the numbers. His scene is obviously a planet of junk. So, but yeah, just wanted to show that off.
All right. So sticking in the 86 vein, we gave you guys 2 Dinobots last year in our leader scale. So this year we have another Dinobot to bring to the
Sludge.
party. None other than our buddy Sludge.
Oh no. I can't afford this right now.
And then the other image that we'll show you here is him in his Dino mode. Again, both of these images are product renders. They're stuck on the same boat as the Junkyard. So if you get Junkyard, we will also get some Sludge action going on for you. But Evan does have an FEP.
Oh, I'm afraid of this.
Because obviously you got the first 2, so you're going to need number 3.
Yep. So obviously finishing off our original.
I just might
trio,
need to
we have
cancel the
Sludge.
legacy
super excited
pre-orders.
to finally bring this to you guys. Let me get the camera up. Yeah, right about there. Okay, let's see if it focuses. Kind of. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, finishing our original trio. Worked on this with the Sui-san, who worked on Slug. so you know it's absolutely fantastic. He's the same robot height as the other guys. I actually did have one other, so I'm going to attempt to do this. Popping up all three at once to kind of show that they look pretty good next to each other.
Nice.
Awesome. So awesome.
I'll tell you.
So yeah, he does have a 3mm blast port in his mouth, so you can attach like flame effects and things like that. Yeah, so storage for his weapon goes on
Oh,
his stomach.
showing off on the Art of Prime.
His neck is articulated, so it can turn.
I mean, I got to get this. I got Grimlock and Slag
His
already.
mouth, which I.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Oh, no.
It's
We
okay.
lost the
I can
dynamo.
at least show off that he's got like a ratcheting joint in his neck, so it's very expressive and can turn around. So there's a lot of fun, cool posing.
Okay,
opportunities
4 figures shown off so far, and I need them
in
all.
Dino mode, which is normally how I think everybody poses out their Dinobots, which as they should.
That's right. So don't forget, fans, we want to see your super dynamic 3 Dinobot poses once you get this guy in hand. We do go on social media, check all that out. We have a designer chat going on with the 4 of us. Rachel's in it too. And we just talk about all the nerdy stuff we find on Twitter and Instagram all day long. And it definitely is inspiration keeps us going. So be sure
All day and
to
all
keep doing
weekend.
what you're doing. Yeah, we don't take weekends off either. We send stuff 7 p.m. on Sunday night sometimes. So we're always working.
Yeah, that's
always
pretty
thinking.
early.
That's
You mean
a pretty
11 p.m.?
cut off you assign yourself.
Yeah.
I am the old one, so I do have to go to bed the earliest, so it's fine. That's fine. All right. So
Never
we're
gonna
switch
financially
gears a little
recover
bit
from
here.
this.
So that
Well,
was Studio
wait 1
Series
second.
really
Yeah.
good. Oh.
Yeah, don't jump just yet.
Spike.
Well,
Package.
what about Spike?
Yeah, Spike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not really sure about
I
this.
forgot about Slick. I don't
Okay,
forgot
well,
about
if we're-
package, and we're just- we got
if we're doing
14
Sledge's
items
package real
all over
quick,
the place.
here, we can do Sledge's
Yeah, we
package
should
real quick, and then I'll jump into
We
Spike.
should talk about
So yeah,
because Sludge's package, the closed box this time, it's got that sick
It is.
illustration on the front. Amazing job.
I
by
still need to
Mario.
get Perceptors. We're not all caught up, really.
Get this
For
to,
before these, anyway.
have a really amazing illustration on the front.
I'm really liking our closed boxes because of how dynamic these illustrations are getting. It's reminding me a lot of the old G1 toys. So, yeah, it's fantastic. But, okay, enough with the box. So,
Right, we have a core
We're gonna jump in real quick.
Totally like ignored.
it's okay.
I'm waiting for this one, for sure.
So yeah, we
Just
have
for
our
retail.
core class exosuit Spike. This is super exciting because it's like a human character in the Transformers universe. We get to talk about this, which I guess we can also kind of talk about core class in general and like how it's sort of coming into the studio series. How when we originally did the Grimlock that came with Exosuit Daniel, we didn't know we were going to do core class just yet because we were still seeing how it was doing in the rest of the segments. And then it was like, oh, people actually really like this. Okay, we're going to start bringing this into studio series because there's plenty of things we can do with it. So, yeah, here we have our core class Exosuit Spike. He has a lever on the back so that you can actually turn his human head so he can look around. He's very well articulated. And on the back of his arms are 3mm ports. So he comes with these flame effects. But if you wanted, you can use any of your other spare flame effects and just like go to town and just like, blast things up.
Okay, like I said, I'll get
Now,
this, but
you two can recreate that PG rating that 1986 movie was able to earn itself because you have a Spike core class character to go with the rest of your 86 movie studio series guys.
I specifically have the Canadian version of the movie on VHS just so I could get that extra 2 minutes of Spike swearing. So
You got to get that 2 minutes, right? I mean, you got.
yeah.
It's all about the real fan.
guys are a toy company.
Okay, so
Alright, so
now I
now-
won't hijack you anymore.
Now, for real, we're done with Studio Series Wave 2 for the time being. We're going to switch gears.
Mhm.
We're going to talk about some legacy characters.
Oh, no.
These are 3 characters that make up a little mini collection. Mark worked on these. They're great. The first one we're going to talk about is Sandstorm. You can see
Okay,
him here.
good. I don't care about this.
Bot mode.
This is good.
Running through
These
the
might be
portal.
the exclusives they already talked about. I don't care about these at all.
Coming together in the multiverse and legacy. And then in the next image, you can see him in his full-on Scorpion mode. These colors are insane, out of this world. Shout out to Dave White for these awesome awesome diorama images that we have more to show when the pre-order goes live for this. But Dave always kills it, doesn't he? I mean, always.
Dave White. That's all you gotta say. I mean, get him in the photo studio and just let him run wild because these things are looking fantastic. I can't even believe that he like matched the ground to the background, kind of like putting in like the colored sand. Like it goes along with the sand. It just goes along with the
color
character.
palette of this figure is incorporated into that background. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, this is, I'm getting super excited for this guy to be released for sure. I think everyone's pretty amped. I mean, as we know, he's off of the Scorponok mold, but he does have his mutant head, alt head, which is brand new, which super excited about the alt heads that we've been doing for all of our Beast Wars characters. This one came out great as well. Yeah, I really spent a lot of time on the color scheme for this guy because, you know, those sand colors and with the crazy orange, purple, it's just a wild color scheme. I just wanted to get it just right. As you can see, he has metallic purple on his two missiles inside of his left claw. He does have his little Cyber Bee in his right claw. I actually do have the package art, which came out pretty spectacular as well, because where's that beautiful head sculpt? There it is.
The good old mutant head always looks good on these beasts, right?
Yeah, this guy came out great. I actually do have him in hand as well. You can see him here to try to get like more of an accurate look at his color scheme here. I actually do have his original mold here as well to try to get a comparison here, you know.
I mean, I like the Scorponok mold more than most, but I don't need a double dip on it.
I mean, with the all head, they're really new, brand new characters. They have their own world. I've been trying to do a lot more with the eventual recolors of these guys, and I think you'll be pleased with what we got going on here. I also have his Scorpion mode along with his original Scorpion mode, and as you know, that these were based on real Scorpion Z sculpts, so tried to pay homage to the exact realistic Scorpion as much as possible. That's why we have that. Yeah, that's why we have that real Scorponok head instead of the one that was the crazy face that was featured in the animation.
It's fine, right? I mean, the purple stinger is totally what makes the Sandstorm come all together, right? Like metallic purple stinger. It's just a great part there. All right, so we're gonna roll into the next one here, which is our Night Prowler. This guy came out great. You can see him here.
Good. I don't care about this either.
Coming through the portal onto the planet where all the multiverses are combining. And then in the next image here, we got to show you off in this beast mode. This color palette just looks great. Again, against the sand and the colors in the backdrop here. Bringing some beasts into Legacy. These just looks really great. So, what are you going to tell us about this one?
I'm souped about Night Prowler. I mean, as some of you are aware and some of you are not, he was actually based on a prototype toy that was done back in the Beast Wars era. He was never released, though, so we thought it'd be really cool to release this as a recoloring of the Cheetor mold. And as you can see here, kind of adopted what we did with Road Ranger and the Golden Disc Puffer, which is basically using its molded color tone in different kinds of like deepnesses of the tone, so it kind of gives it more of a realistic feel. As you can see, I actually have his robot mode here. We did have him as an Autobot as well, because in the prototype that was made for this character, he was an Autobot, so we figured that would be kind of a nice homage to pay for him. And as you can see, he's got the orange and reddish eyes. this overspray op that came on the front of the figure, like for the Cheetor face, is really, really, it came out really, really great. His lime green eyes, which is really cool. It's very, very different for Transformers to have some lime green eyes. You can, get your Cat Club buddies all together. As you can see, Shadow,
This is already a
Panther, and
mediocre
Alt
mold.
Head. We ended up going with the traditional Cheetor head for this Night Prowler. He's covered in his awesome Tampo spots, and here we have a comparison for his alt mode. And he does have articulated jaw, just like Mr. Cheetor here, but as you can see the difference here.
Good old kitty club, right? We can just get the kitty club going and just start lining up your cats for all the cat fans out there.
I mean, why not, really? I mean, get Tigatron
Right.
in the mix, and
We got Dinobots for our dinosaurs, so we may as well have cats for our cat fans. Now we just gotta figure out how to put a bunch of dogs, right? That'll be the next one. You gotta appease everybody. So I see Evan's already thinking, like, maybe there might be dog stuff coming. Who knows? It's possible, right? There's definitely some dogs in the Beast Wars reality, for sure. So.
I forgot about the beautiful package art.
The glow on these character arts are just great. Again, shout out to our wonderful packaging team for figuring this all out. The structure team for the boxes. Boy, all of Legacy looks is just a nice new line look that really brings everything together. All right, so I said there were 3 beasts in this collection, so we have 1 beast left. This one's awesome. I really love the colors that came out on this guy. So we have Buzzsaw. You can see here coming through.
Okay, don't care about this either.
The bright green eyes there on the chest. It looks awesome in person. Again, Dave did a great job of capturing this. Next photo shows it off in beast mode.
They're showing off new Legacy stuff. They're not even anywhere near to sending mine
Really
out.
nice reflection on them.
My season 1 stuff.
Photos. We can't wait to see what you all come up with. So why don't you show off Buzzsaw, Mark?
Yeah, Buzzsaw is a great character. As you can see, those wings, those are still translucent black wings. We ended up doing them a little bit differently on this one just to give it a different feel and a different look, which is we ended up spraying the tint color on
This is
the
just
clear
a
wings,
good
so that
mold,
would give us
not double dipping.
the alternate green tint for the eyes on this guy, which the color scheme, like going back to Sandstorm, I mean, the color scheme on this guy is just pure buck wild. Like, it's just so, it's a bunch of colors that you just would not pick to go along together. But once you see them on this character sculpt and the mold, you fall in love with it. I fell in love with this guy. I wasn't really a huge fan of Buzzsaw, but as soon as I did the color scheme for this guy, I was just like, oh my god, it's just breathtaking character, a breathtaking transformer.
Yes, give us
character.
Tarantulas.
He also has his alternate new head, which is great. I mean, going along with all the other Beast Wars characters that we've been doing, we've all carried over the mutant head.
Yes, give us G1
really
Buzzsaw.
fun.
That's what everyone wants.
Waspinators.
At least I want it.
Is kind of different from Scorponok's because Waspinator usually adopted like the mutant head for his main character, and then like the more robotic head was kind of his mutant head, which is it's interesting how that worked out. But yeah, the colors on this guy is great. The Z sculpt that we did for this Wasp is true to
We really
life.
need to show up
Very
more
accurate.
Bayverse
He
stuff.
still
People are
has
really
the
upset
Stinger
about
gun
this.
that's,
No Bayverse stuff
from
being
the
shown.
back caboose there. He does have the movable mandibles, which is very different from the T31, which we all love. Obviously, I love the T30 Waspinator, but this goes along with our Kingdom realistic mode. So I think he really does the character justice. I actually have him in pack here, which is pretty different to have. Yeah. I gotta showcase that head. The head is lit, and he also does have the light pipe feature in that head, so that's a bonus. I do love me some light pipes, so I try to keep as much light piping going on for characters as possible. I also have his it's an EP2, but it came out pretty similar to what he was going to look at as a comparison here, which is.
Well, that's it. We're gonna have to release green Buzzsaw EP2 mode, Gen Selects or something down the road, right? Like that looks pretty
That's
cool.
Wasp in his hands, but yeah.
Oh well, see,
Yeah.
I'm just wrong.
I was just saying that EP2 was for the Buzzsaw. So his gold, actually, his yellow gold color was a little bit like yellow orange in that EP2, but as you can see, we kind of dialed it in, so it's a nice metallic yellow. A little too close, and also you can see we did do some new spray masks. He has on his knees, on the top of his knees, instead of the lower ops that Waspinator has, Buzzsaw has this like beautiful overspray from the knee down that really sings. This character, maybe you can kind of see his light piping feature a little bit here. There's his head. Yeah, his head's great. Looks great. Whew.
Glorious 90s color schemes, right? Like, those are the best.
The 90s were a good time for colors for sure, huh? We did some fun stuff back then. Yeah. So all three of these are the Legacy Beast Collection. These are exclusive to Walmart here in the U.S. They will be available later in March. Be sure to keep an eye on our socials for that when they become
All
available.
right, don't care about this at all.
So sticking with Walmart, we're actually going to talk about characters we don't bring up a ton, which is our Red series. The first one we're going to bring to you is from the Prime universe. This is Knockout. This figure came out awesome, and I'm totally wrong. We're apparently still talking about these because I can't follow my own notes. So guess what? Spoiler alert, we're going to have some red stuff later, guys. So sticking with Beast, we're still sticking with Walmart, though. We are totally going to talk about Beast Wars Vintage Scorponok first.
Okay.
I love it.
Wow.
It's all good. It's fine, right? This is how it goes.
Yeah.
You can't follow notes. It's fine, guys. It's fine. So we're just going to run with it. So yeah, so Beast Wars Vintage Scorponok. Again, shout out. Dave White totally kills these diorama scores. He literally set this up the same day after he finished the Legacy Beast shot. Guy is a literal beast himself to get this done. You can see Scorponok here with his mutant head on the diorama. And in the next shot, you can see him in his beast mode.
That's where they were going to say Tarantulas and Inferno were Walmart exclusives or something.
It's awesome. It comes in a great box. And Mark's going to show it off, do a little unboxing for you. Because I got him a sample in the pack so we can show you exactly how you will get it when you buy this here.
Mega Class. Remember that for the
But this is going to be great for people who want to get the original Scorponok, because the original is super expensive on the aftermarket.
But this box art, as you can see, is fantastic. It gives you all of your retro vibes that you wanted. And we're gonna open this guy. Actually, I went ahead and did a little opening. There it is. Just so it wouldn't be ridiculous on screen. So let me slide this guy out. So Scorponok actually does feature all of his old special features, which is fantastic. And unlike what we have for Sandstorm and Scorponok, the ones that were released recently, this one does have.
Well, this started out strong.
That was originally on the Beast Wars animated episode. This does have the stinger effect, which is fantastic. It does work very well. Actually, I'm not doing a very well job of doing it right now, but the Cyber Bee is also on his left claw, and that can be shot. This one also does have his two missiles, which I did not unbox, but the two missile launcher. The special features on these old school toys are just bananas.
I do agree.
Really cool
Original
thing about
molds
this guy,
too.
original molds, yeah. forgot to mention that. Yeah, forgot to mention that. The really, really cool part about this character is that we ended up using a more of a dark metallic for his color scheme, which is kind of more accurate to how he was viewed in the animated series. We did keep his bluish, sparkly, metallic claws that was released in the original. You can see his head sculpt there. My fingers are in the way. But yeah, this is just... Right? Yeah, you can close the battle map. But I can't get enough of this. You know what I mean? I wish our current characters had all that. Yeah, but then the battle mask closed. Oh,
I love that his head is screaming because we have such, like, all of our figures are so stoic, and then, like, having a character that has expression like that is super exciting. Get over there. Okay.
Dan's First Friday brought to you by the kitties. She heard, Cat heard, what, Cat Club? I'm in. I gotta be part of this, right?
I just got so excited.
The little Cyber Bee does have
Bee.
all of his paint ops on there, so nothing ripped off. This is as true to the original as possible, except for the updated colors. And the box, I mean, I'm in love with the boxes. I love them.
Yeah, the packaging
boxes.
for all has been great.
Kills me to even open this. I would have kept it right in the box. You know me.
Well, good thing you'll be able to pre-order one soon, right? So just be fine for the collection.
Pre-order 2. You gotta get 2.
Pre-order 2.
One that you can play
One
with.
in the box.
There you go. There you go.
All right. So sticking with Beast Wars Vintage, we have one more character that will be coming this spring in that, and that is our Beast Wars Vintage Tigatron.
I already knew about this.
Beautiful diorama. You can see this original Tigatron. He's a chunky little boy, but he looks beautiful in his bot mode. And then you can see him in his beast mode here. Looks great. Just super fun. Brings back all the nostalgia. I remember watching this cartoon before going to school in the morning every day. So it was these hit home for me.
That cat never skipped leg day.
I'm obviously good with the Kingdom one, but again, this is cool. There's people who like building the original collection.
It's amazing to see the old vintage characters compared to like how we updated them in Kingdom, to see the differences that are available in, like, you know, today's like toy science, which is, it's just we've come worlds away from where we were, but still, this is still a great toy, though. Yeah, the engineering. Yeah, I know. It's just, I mean, so this was actually a Takara release. That's the color scheme we ended up rolling with for this Tigatron.
Okay, that's kinda
it was
cool,
more accurate
I guess.
to the animated series. You can see here, it comes on the blister card, and you know, which I hope most of you people have the mutant Tigatron that we just released as well, because that guy came crazy that with the brains gun.
I didn't get that. I didn't
And you
need
can
it.
see on the back, we kept the step count on there and everything like that. So, and then let me pop this dude out so you can take a gander.
This would be so nice to have, because the one that I have is like yellowed, like, because I guess that was the Kenner release that we got. So, and it wasn't white like it was in the show. So.
Yeah, that was definitely the reason why I thought the Japanese Takara release was the way to roll with this guy. Is same thing. Like I wasn't a huge fan of like that almond coloring that was done for the Hasbro release, but this one gives me the Tigatron vibes that I know and love from the show. And so he also does have his tail blaster and his blaster that comes underneath him as well. Those are wicked cool.
It's simple, right? Like 8 steps, you'll get it done in 3 seconds, because all 3 of these guys literally never look at instructions. I sit there and struggle, because I'm going to be honest, converting is not my strong suit. I work in marketing for a reason. But whenever any of these guys play with a figure, I'm just always amazed. They just like do it. It's mind-blowing to me. They just pull it off.
You say that now.
I got Rat Trap.
Hey.
Rat Trap, I was able to do him. He was from your tail, and he's all good. So I got that one. That was all set. But
oh man, yeah, dude, I
I
chopped
put
off
you
his
on the-
arm. I'm like, yeah, you put me on blast, man.
It's okay.
I can't believe you did
jitters.
that to me.
It's okay.
The jitters got me bad, man. I can't. I'm falling apart. I'm done. I'm done. This arm is not on. That's it.
You better fire up that comment. Come on,
This is
Peter
all I
Cullen,
got.
talk you down.
There he is, the one arm. There he is, the one-armed assassin, ready for business. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. I can't believe you did that to me. I'm leaving. I'm getting out.
I love the color palette though on these original figures. Like, I just have to imagine the design team is just taking the most obscure things from their everyday life, and they were just like, "Whoa, this bottle of toothpaste will look great as a tiger."
You can get a Tigertron with toothpaste, kids. If you brush
Now I
your
gotta
teeth
look
60
for-
days in a row, you can get a Transformer.
Now I gotta look for a zombie to see where it pops up.
All right, that was a whole lot of beasts. All of these exclusive to Walmart here in the U.S. They'll be available later this spring. Be sure to keep an eye on our socials for when that will be coming available for all of you. So we're going to switch gears to the items that I spoiled, a little bit before when I can't read my own notes. We're going to go to the Red Series. Coming up first, we have...
We've known about this for like over a month.
Of, Knockout from the Prime universe. You can see him here with all of his wonderful accessories. And then Sam has him in hand, going to take you through, show off the wheels, scepter, his tools of doom, I guess we could call them. I mean, you get to pick, right?
Tools of the trade, I'd call it. So here we're going to have Prime Knockout, who I have to say, in hand.
I mean, it is
a
very
knockout.
accurate,
This figure
but
is awesome. It's actually
it
the
doesn't
first time
transform.
that I've handled some of these Red Series figures, and they're really cool. The posability, the articulation with them is fantastic. And what I really love is the approach of bringing the Prime figures into this is how much is able to be translated over from the animation itself to these characters. So really getting into the finite details, you have the actual rolling articulated wheels, not only up
Okay,
and
that's
back,
pretty
but
cool.
also down here in the foot, and really building out that arsenal of accessories that are unique to Knockout itself. Knockout, of course, being a Decepticon medic / scientist turned Autobot, but he's geared up with not only his swappable drill arm, but you have a lot of the different drills and saw blades that he wields, as well as a full different set of alternate hands. So awesome new expression. Brian Parrish of our design team has been heading these up, and I'm thrilled to finally get my hands on one.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I did say 2 red figures. So we have one more. We have our G1 Ultra Magnus. This is our redeco of Optimus Prime, right? So you can see here in the 360,
Don't need
on
it.
the table, it's got his iconic ion blaster, has an Energon axe, has some extra hands. So Evan has him in hand. I'm going to show you what's going on there.
Do and I can.
Well, that's kind of how many things have been
So-
revealed.
I have here Red Series G1 Ultra Magnus, looking pretty fantastic. For those that don't know, the original G1 Ultra Magnus toy was essentially a white Optimus Prime that then donned the rest of the armor to become Ultra Magnus that we knew and loved. So consider this him without the armor on. So obviously he has a wonderful range of articulation that those of you that have the Red Series Optimus Prime are already aware of. Comes with 4 alternate hands, an Energon axe, and the ion blaster. So there's so much posing opportunity that you can have with this. And one of these days, we'll actually get Brian to be on here and talk about these, so he can be tortured with doing a Fan First Friday instead of us.
We got a little more toothpaste teal going on in this guy, right?
Yeah.
That 90s deco, we just loved it. It was where we had to go.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, technically this is an 80s figure, so, you know.
it's fine. We were just setting a precursor.
Are those
Colgate
panels,
Prime.
are those translucent? Are those translucent? Was that
3 reveals left? That's how many?
Translucent or not?
Oh, yeah. All
Yes,
translucent.
the Energon axe is translucent green, which might be a little bit hard to see, but the windows in his chest are translucent blue, which you can probably see a little bit more when I open them up.
Ooh, I like that. I like the way that looks. That's nice. Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so that does it for all the Walmart exclusives. We're wrapping up red. to mention to everybody, these 2 red figures are actually going to be available in limited quantity today on HasbroPulse.com at 1 p.m. or on the Hasbro Pulse app. So we are almost done. We have 3 figures left, guys. Just bear with us. We're going to switch gears again. We're going to go to our buzzworthy Bumblebee Capsule, which you all have known to come and love. This is our Studio Series line. Up first, we have our good old friend Bumblebee, who is the namesake for the capsule. You will see him here in his bot mode. He's got his Bumblebee Jeep head going on there. And then in his alternate mode, we see him in his Cybertronian vehicle form from that first battle scene. So, Sam, you're going to take us through Bumblebee.
Man, total missed opportunity. It's not even clad the name Bumblebee yet. This is going to be B127.
We knew about this.
Fantastic redeco of the character.
Optibotimus already
Of course,
has
in
this
our initial
figure.
release of him, he did have his battle mask with, which was a great alternate to how we saw him on the Nest Bumblebee release on the Cliff Jumper body. But as we go ahead and bring about our redeco opportunity here,
Just really loves your face right now.
there it is.
No toys.
Go right there.
Did they show off Cliff Jumper and Cup?
Just hold it over my face. This is going to be B127, clad with his robot head. Really love this head sculpt itself. Again, it first came out on the Nest Jeep, but it's a great look into kind of the change in expression that really Travis Knight was able to bring to the live action movies. We did dub the character in a completely different shade of metallic, so when you see him completely block myself out, there it is. You can see you get a really nice subtlety, but you do get a bit more warmth out of the color palette itself for the yellows. And I gotta say that from a portrait standpoint, it just worked out really nicely on this figure. Get a little bit more of that dark gunmetal metallic to the face, which really helped the eyes to pop. You get the red Autobot crest on the forehead there, and then that combined with the Cybertronian vehicle form, it's a really nice accent piece, especially to all the other Cybertronian bots we have coming out this year.
And he looks great. Definitely a way for somebody that maybe missed the last release to be able to still get a B127 with this fun new head on it there. So
It's just such a good figure.
All right.
So yeah.
yeah, I mean, how can you not, right? Everybody loves Bumblebee. So we're gonna shift gears. We're going back to '86 movie. Up first is our good old friend Cliff Jumper. You can definitely see here that we have him in our.
It's Cup first. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, it's Cup first. All right. Well, again.
Just why would you throw Cup in this line? They've never interacted.
Get it right.
Like I set everything up on my table so I could grab it in the order, and then it's like you said, Cliff Jumper. I was like, wait, that's all the way over here, and then it's like.
No, fine. We'll just switch it around. We'll do Cup first. So you see Cup here, 86 Studio Series bot mode coming in the buzzworthy brand.
I got the regular version. I'm good enough. I'm happy with that.
Mode, this little Cybertronian truck mode, essentially.
It's not even buzzworthy Bumblebee anymore. It's just
Cup.
random
Yeah.
figures.
So obviously this is a redeco of our previous Studio Series release Cup. I honestly used this line as a bit of an experiment, and I want the fans to kind of reach out and comment. You've noticed that there's no translucent parts in this version of this character, and the same for Cliff Jumper that you'll be seeing in a moment. Because in the animation for these characters, it was solid, obviously. And I kind of want to see what fans think of that. Is that something that's cool? Do you think that's okay? I know that sometimes people think there's this stigma with clear parts and things like that. So what do you think of molding them solid? I'd love it if you guys comment and let us know. But yeah, so this is a redeco of Cup. We went back and we tried to look at him a little bit closer and try and get his deco
Definitely say no to more,
accurate to the 86
no
movie.
to more clear plastic, or yes to know more of it.
I think he's good. So
He still falls apart, right? You can still make him fall apart.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, however, his backdrop in this one is actually the battle on Autobot City, so he's not being ripped apart by a robo-squid. But yeah. Well,
He just fall apart.
so this is
just like my back after the blister, so it's fine.
yeah. Don't jinx us. We don't need another 2 feet of snow.
No. I see
But
he still has his Energon goodie dispenser. I seen that.
Yep. He's got his canteen and his blaster. So this one is just such a solid mold that it was nice to do it again. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, let us know what you think about the windshields no longer being transparent on these guys, but being solid. And we'll
What's your opinion? I didn't really even. I'm going to voice mine in a second, but I'd love to hear yours.
I want your opinion
so-
first, but I'm not going to give you mine.
I'll talk about it just because it's like we want these figures to kind of feel a little premium, and I think when you add the clear windshields, like it helps kind of knock them up to the next level and make them feel more like real vehicles. Because when you go back to like our Combiner Wars figures,
Yeah, but it feels
there were
breakable.
no transparent parts on any of those. It was all painted windshields and things like that, and they can look a little flat. I don't know. It's like a give and take. I love how these ones came out because they look more animation accurate. So that's where I'm currently standing. But I'd love to hear what you think, Mark. Let me know.
I do love the fact that the thing that always gets me on tinted plastics are ops over tinted plastic.
Yes, obviously.
Whenever you have the blue tinted plastic and you're trying to paint yellow over it, it's very hard to paint the molded yellow with the tinted op yellow. So it's like
It's a nightmare.
that battle. Yeah, and that battle really destroys me from the inside out, and it has been for a lot of years. So I actually really welcome the solid look for a lot of characters. I mean, maybe certain characters we keep the clear on certain things, like to make it like you know what I mean.
This isn't an all or nothing.
So for sure. But definitely, like Evan's asking, sound off in the comments, guys. We definitely want to hear what you're thinking, feedback on social when we post these for pre-order. Definitely comment there. We do read all that stuff. We appreciate that feedback. It's definitely free. All right, one character left. I swear, we're almost done. We
Cliff
have
Jumper.
Cliff Jumper. You can see him here in his bot mode going on.
We knew about this a long
Blaster
time ago.
Free, and then you can see him here in his alt mode for complete red tide with the bazooka on the roof. I mean, how can you go wrong? And again, these painted windows, they look great, just like it would have looked in cell animation in 1986.
Yes.
All right, Evan. So take us through last character, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, 86. See what
I'm good with my Earthrise one.
Yeah. So I'm super excited to do this one because, like, looking at the molds, when I was looking at the Cliff Jumper molds, it was like, oh, he was actually set up to be more animation accurate than when we released him in Siege. That's weird. Okay, well, I guess I'll just do that. So, like, you can really see the difference here. Like, so this is the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series one, so you can kind of see that we were looking at the cells from the 80s animation and movie and really trying to match that release. And then this was our original Siege version. So a little bit of a darker red, you had black legs and things like that. They're both good, but I just wanted to do one that was slightly more animation accurate for that crowd. And hopefully it will focus in a little bit and be a little less blurry so you can kind of see. And
Not
of
even
course,
watching, and I'm just
we have this-
staring.
This wonderful compact car.
Nice. Straight up out of the cartoon. It's so great. It's gonna be. We can't wait to see everybody's pictures with these. It's gonna be awesome seeing this.
Well, now you can complete your scene. Yeah.
I love how
complete
you
your
have
scene
that.
with Jazz on Moonbase 2. So,
I love
sorry,
how you have the LED light. No, I love how you have the LED lights that like cascade across the top of the vehicle mode. It feels like very like car showcase. It's awesome.
Yes, with my shelf of Optimus Primes. Yeah, let me Vanna White this for you real quick. Yeah. So,
Evan only has a few toys, guys. It's fine. We need to get him more. We
I'm
can
gonna
get you
mute
the address
myself
for the
right now.
office if you need to send toys. It'll be fine. So perfect. All right.
That was good.
So
that Cliff Jumper looked good. I really like those metallic blue hits on that cannon blaster too as well. So that looks awesome.
Thank you.
all right. So we that does it. 15 figures. Again, little mini PulseCon action going on for everybody today. Hey, we found Tigertron's arm. We're doing good. So
I had to do that.
So that was definitely a lot. We should recap a little bit for everybody. Definitely overload, and we lied to you. We actually covered 15 figures because I forgot about Spike. But now everybody can go earn again that PG rating if they want to recreate that scene, make it a little more than just for kids. do it up. So, I don't know about everybody else. What was your favorite, Isabella?
Oh my god. I'm really excited for, I think, probably Beast Wars Vintage, just because I love the old school. It's super nostalgic. It's gonna be amazing. And then I guess kind of in the similar vein, 86 Cup and Cliff Jumper. I just rewatched the 1986 movie recently, so I think my mind goes there immediately. But there's so much amazing stuff coming down the pipeline. This is gonna be fantastic.
So what about Sam? Obviously, we kind of have an idea of who you like based on how much you praised her when we revealed her back in December in our little press interview. But I could be wrong.
I can't talk and praise my own item. I mean, there's way too much goodness.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
No, absolutely not. But I am thrilled to, see some of these characters continue to get released out for the 86 film. But also some of the reveals that we're seeing in terms of Beast Wars, we're getting to some of the craziest color palettes that we've ever done before or haven't done before. I think those might be the ones I'm most excited about. So.
All right, Mark, you got to let us know which ones.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be biased. Of course, the ones I worked on are my favorite.
See, this is the difference, gentlemen.
No, I mean,
Legacy is always a good choice, right?
I absolutely love Generations, like repaint characters. I just absolutely love alternate heads. I mean, that's kind of like my go-to for anything. It's funny, I'll almost choose a redeco over a new mold sometimes, just because of the good color scheme in the alt head. That's just me, though. I mean, everyone has their preferences, but everything that I think we showcased today is pure gold.
Going for over an hour now.
I'm so lucky to be a part of the team that you guys are just all cranking out the hotness. So, yeah, I'm just super excited.
Reveal today. Perfect. And Evan, obviously, we're not going to leave you out. Which one out of all of this? Because you worked on a lot of them. A lot of them getting a lot of praise before this event even aired. So. Oh no, Evan's muted.
I'm so sorry.
The joy of live recordings, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes
You just want to be safe. It's like, I don't know if the cats are going to start screaming or anything like that. So it's just like whenever anybody else is talking, I'm just going to make sure that I mute myself. But okay, I was saying some really nice things about the franchise stuff and whatever like Isabella shows, because it's always like, oh wow, I always forget how big this brand is and what like everybody else is doing, because we're so narrowed and focused on toy, like Mark, Sam, and I, that it's like, oh hey, here's the VR experience, here's the Calm app with Peter Cullen. It's like, oh my god, like it's just really cool stuff.
Yeah. It's we have a lot going on. It's there's everybody that works on this brand, and there are way more people than you guys ever get to see on these live streams that go into making all of this amazing. Our packaging team, our engineers, our project managers. It's a massive team of people that just make all of this Transformers machine work. And without everybody doing their part, we wouldn't be able to give you even half the stuff that we manage to crank out every year. So, with all that being said, we want to remind you that the only items that will be available to purchase today are the red items. Will be available on Pulse this afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern in limited quantities. They will then be available on Walmart.com later this month. Walmart's just working on getting that stuff set up in their system. The other items, our Studio Series stuff, will be available later this month on Pulse and wherever you guys like to do your pre-orders. They will be coming out in a few weeks. We're just working through a couple of things. And some of the other items that we showed you, we were getting out ahead of, they will be available.
Okay, this is good. I don't have to pre-order it right away.
Keep an eye on our socials as well as Hasbro Pulse socials to get any of that info for when those pre-orders will be going live. So, with all of that, I think we're done this time. We did a lot, obviously. So, thank you all for taking time out to come and be a part of this wonderful Fan First Friday. Again, like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, like I just said. Be sure to keep an eye on the Pulse channel for some other Fan First Fridays that are coming from the other brands throughout the rest of the month. Tons of exciting reveals still coming from all of us. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much, you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
For thanking those fans, but oh boy, those are toxic fans. Okay, so that was a mixed bag, as these events usually are. I need RC. RC is amazing. I need Ironhide, Sludge, and those are 3 I would pre-order. Junkyard and Spike, I think I might wait for. But this stuff isn't going live, so it looks like my wallet might be safe for today. So that's good. So there's a bit of a mix of stuff. Not interested in any of the legacy stuff. Little bone we didn't see Tarantulas in Inferno, but oh well. Hopefully we will soon. So to anyone who tuned into my live stream, I thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy a guy just sitting here being bored, watch people talk, and playing with a Transformer. Anyway, hope you all have a good day. And if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.